how are you? Welcome to another episode of Crochet Confessions, where I talk about many problems I run into with my new hobby. Let's dive in. Today we're talking about whips, work in progress, and finished objects. I have plenty of them, so many, drowning in them, and again feeling guilt. We talked about guilt in the last episode, and I don't want any of that, okay? So, random needle, obviously. We're gonna try and some methods, so I don't have so many whips lying around and I know what I'm doing. I think you have too many whips when you don't know how many whips you have. And when you want to use needles and they're stuck and you're torn between completely stopping that project and starting a new one. You also get the urge to start a new one where you barely started a project. Like when you're midway, obviously you're already thinking about your next project. But if you just cast on and already want to cast something else, yeah, maybe slow down. So we're gonna look at different solutions for that. First one would be to make a list. I love making lists, as everyone. Checking it off is nice, but I keep misplacing them. Fortunately, once again, we're gonna use my wonderful bullet journal for crochet and knitting. And I'm gonna use at least a double spread page or two and list everything. And then I'm gonna make project bags to make sure to have nice one. And my projects sometimes are just lying around and I drop stitches or I don't have the hook with it, so we need to remedy to that. Hello, once again, Arsene is making an appearance in my video. Can you move? And what else? Well, obviously, we need to take a hard look at my work in progress. Why are they still in progress? Did I lose interest? Am I missing something? Am I missing yarn? Or was it too difficult and that's why I dropped it? Do I have the skill to finish it now? And I need to find an ideal number of projects I can tackle on, because as you may see, Christmas is coming and we celebrate it with my family and we love giving each other gifts. And it's been 3 years of me, well, it's gonna be the 3rd year of me trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna own all my gifts, and failing miserably. So this year I want to be better, and I started a project and I'm still working on it, and I have 1 month left. So what do? Do I start all the projects at once? Do I monotask on one after another? I don't know. I'll think about it while looking at my whips and try not to get overwhelmed. But maybe getting overwhelmed would be good to give me the kick to realize, okay, prioritize things. Let's see. Okay, I'm surrounded by my whips. I feel like there's some missing. I don't know. Let's start with the really, really easy one. Back when I first started crochet, I wanted to make an hat, and I got these 4 and dropped it. The pattern was from the library, so for one, I don't carry it with me. And also, as you see, it's very dark yarn and it's fuzzy, so it was really difficult to increase and work in the round. So I think that's why I dropped it. I found another pattern that I like more. It will be knitted, and I will undo this one. So easy choice. In the same kind of easy choice, I have this one, which was me testing a new stitch. It's beautiful. very happy with myself. But I'm not gonna use that. This is acrylic yarn and it's not the kind of color I will wear. I have similar old rose yarn, like the rose is less bright. You've seen it in my previous video, that I will use for this. So again, something I can drop, I can get back my needles, and easy. One less, come on. 300 to go. No, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, same as the one before, I learned a new stitch. I got very far, I loved it. I was following a pattern. I didn't think I would go this far, and then I ran out of yarn, went to my yarn store. She does not carry it anymore. So my grandma very nicely undid my project yesterday. And isn't she so good at putting yarn back? Oh, it's fake. This baby is just stiff, but it won't unravel unless I play with it. So that's nice, is it? Do I need a a yarn machine? Because I wanted one, you know, to roll my yarn, but if my grandma helps me, I may not need one. So what's in this? I have no idea. Probably an amigurumi. Yes, an amigurumi. Then I started. Okay, so problem is I tried different kind of crochet stitch. One with a yarn under, one with a yarn over. So I need to undo this, keep this, but I don't remember what size crochet I use. I think the recommended is 4, but I obviously use smaller because it's amigurumi. But how much smaller? I don't know. Also, I don't have enough yarn for the project, I think. So, do I start over? This is a project that requires my attention. I need to decide. And I think also the nose, I did the nose, it's somewhere. I need to put it with it. And this is not an easy thing. Same, I started making a little pig. It's adorable. I have thoughts. So nice, isn't it? I don't know which size of crochet I used. I have the label, but I don't use the recommended one, probably not. So I didn't leave the crochet with it. I did not. Yeah, I need to keep going. I think I stopped because it was the assembling part, and that takes me back to the first episode of Crochet Confessions. And I stopped because I started making garments. But just me saying that, I'm like, oh wait, it was going so nicely, it's gonna be so cute. So I'm happy I started this one. I want to keep doing this one. So this one, we just need to find the crochet. I'm gonna try and find if I put notes somewhere or which crochet size I used. This one, I don't know, but I'm keeping now. This one, really easy. I have the needles over here. I am working on something for a Christmas gift, so, but this is easy. This is like currently working on. Let's put it with a fig, like the ones I want on site. I'm not, it's not guilt to be reminded to work on those. I'm happy to be working on those. You know, one crochet project, one knitting project. Although I was mentioning Christmas, and I don't know if the pig will do a Christmas gift. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, small, probably an amigurumi. Okay. And how far did I go? Not very far. I was learning again the yarn under technique, and I don't think I was doing it right. Oh wait, no, it looks right. What size did I use? I think a 2.5, you know, so should be able to pick it back, but right now I'm gonna keep it to the side. Like, I know I want to make that model, but it's not an emergency. Same as this one, which doesn't even have a bag. And again, I'm afraid I'm gonna not have enough of the yarn, which is the problem with amigurumi. If you don't buy enough and you need to find the same yarn when you find the same color, I don't know, but it's the snoot for the alligator for Jan Schinkel Picapo's frame book. First one. It's a caiman, not an alligator. Oh my god. Okay. I picked up knitting in beginning of 2020, and instead of going for a scarf, you know, no, I went for a jumper. So I bought cheap acrylic and I started knitting, and actually learned decrease and bind off, and I did the back, you know. It has holes, obviously it's a first project, but okay. Then I started working on the front, and I was getting to the decrease for the shoulders and the neck, and I got scared. So what did I do? I casted off the sleeves. It makes no sense too, because I'm stuck, because I need bigger needles to keep going for the sleeves, and I can't. So I need to go back to that, but it's been so long. I think now my tension is probably a bit different, but also there's so much work. I don't want to unwind it. At least for this one, I know which size I'm using, and I even know where I am, and I put notes in my notebook which row I was on, so I may pick it up, but I'm not as enthusiastic anymore as I first was when I cast it on. So yeah, it goes with the amigurumi. For now, it's a bit of a meh project. I will work on it, but it's not a priority. Random amigurumi ball again. We'll see. Oh, okay. So I wanted to make a video for fall. It didn't happen, and I picked all the colors that I liked for fall, and I wanted to use that and do a fall gray. I got as far as doing tree mushrooms, really cute mushrooms, really cute. Like, I may put pictures of them so you can see them better, but really cute. And then I wanted to do a pumpkin, and turns out I got that far. Problem is, I wanted to film myself finishing it, not the whole process, because there are tutorials for those. I didn't make up those patterns, but you know, I wanted to show how I assemble it, and then life got in the way. I didn't find the time to film, and it stuck like this, and now it's winter. So as I did this big one, the measurements are off, but I love how it looks. Let me show you how it looks. Can you believe it's crochet? I cannot believe it. It's beautiful. So it's like a swatch, but also I'm not gonna use it. So I need to remove all this and finish this one. So next fall, I'll actually do it, and I have some stuff going on, but I think I can put all this yarn away properly, and yeah, I'll have a go at it next month. So that's one we are dropping kinda for now, and I'm fine with that. Okay, one of my friends was so lovely. Quentin, merci. For my birthday during summer, he sent me so many gifts, and he went to a yarn shop and he made a kit. So he booked a book, he chose a pattern in the book, and he asked for all the wool to make that little fella. And I showed in my first episode, I don't know. But it's gonna be a little piggy. And I went okay, and then I put that back on, so I was like, yeah, I'm assembling. And I don't really like how I assemble the snoods, so I lose motivation. Concha's birthday is in summer, so this one I want to make for him. It can wait. Can it wait? Quentin, tu veux ça pour Noël? Dis-le-moi, tu l'auras pas. On the side it goes. Okay, what else? Okay, this one is easy. This one is the one I'm currently working on. It's crochet, it's for a bag, Christmas gift. You know, family members that you don't see that much. Like you will buy them a mug, a candle, if it's a girl some lotion, if it's a guy you have no clue. I'm gonna make some baskets. I wanted to make cushion, run out of yarn. I'm gonna make some little baskets. I have this bowl of blue and I have a bowl of red, and hopefully I can make at least one, hopefully two of this, and I'll have some nice gift. And you can and you can give it to people you actually know, because everyone needs little baskets. You put their knickknacks. But if you don't know someone and you're looking for something homemade, then yeah, baskets are a great gift. But my first intention was cushions, and I did them in pink, and I love them so much. I'm gonna keep them for me because not everybody likes pinks. Anyway, see, this should be done, but what happened? Okay, it's crochet. Let me show you. My cat peed on that. Like, he purposefully, I can't pronounce that word, put it out of the basket it was in and peed on it. I had to wash it so many times, and I finally got stench out. But it's crochet, so I can't just fill it in or else it will just get out. So I need to sew a little inside pillow, stuff that, and then I'll crochet along to finish it off. But I did more. I did so much more. I never cut the ends, do I? So I did another, okay, let me show you one. Another pattern. I have two. Again, I just have to sew it along, crochet it along, and put the inside, and I'll be done. Guess what? I did a third one. Okay, I just have enough yarn to do this pattern. Come here, you. This lovely pattern. I need to do it once more, and I'll have 3 different size cushion, and I can't just buy pre-made cushion because they're different size, so I need to sew the inside. But I'm nearly done. This goes quite fast, not that fast because I'm a slow crocheter, and it's a lovely thing to work on because the yarn is so soft. But I won't keep it for Christmas, so I'm not gonna put it in the immediate one, but it's close to the finish, and finishing a project gives you such a boost. So, you know, I need to put it on the list in terms of priorities. It's not that far done. What else? Oh, okay, this bag, lovely bag, found the pattern online too. I'll link it, don't worry, I'll link the things below. I made a mistake. I was like, oh, the handles, easy peasy. I'm not gonna look at the pattern for that. Look at my beautiful bag that I can't open. So, fortunately I have leftover yarn for this. This is linen. and I'm gonna undo it and redo it. Again, it's not gonna take that long. I'll be happy when it's done because I can start using this. I'll give it as a gift to someone because I have so many bags. When I say I have so many bags, it's because another unfinished object is, oh my god, and it's all tangled up. That's why I need project bags. Okay. It's a mess. Anyway, I did 3 granny squares and I tried to assemble them. I messed up horribly and I gave up on it. But you know, it won't take long for me to finish that. It was supposed to be a gift. I don't know, it's too big too, so I'm not sure. This one, I don't want to sit. So do I undo it? Because if it doesn't bring you joy, this one is a tough decision. What are the tough decision ones? I don't know. On this side, I guess. Yes. Okay. See, again, another bag I started, didn't finish. It was this summer. I love it. Another problem. What size did I use? Oh, wait. I remember the color, so it was my 7mm crochet. But it's lovely. Like, I'm seeing it, I'm like, oh, this will be such a nice gift. I need to crack on this. Why are you different here? Did I mess up? No, I did not. Okay, we're not finished. I'm sorry. Okay, oh, this one is so sad. Okay, last year I wanted to give my grandma some mittens. And I crocheted a mitten with this yarn that is not all tangled. And I did some modification for the thumb and how to attach it because my gauge was wrong. And when I went to do the left one, I tried reading my notes and could not make sense of them. So, for fun, under the tree last year, I did find a little box, and in the box was one glove. And she was like, "Where's the other?" I'm like, "It's in the making, and it's still in the making." Like, I can't even show you, but it looks so nice. It got cable. Crochet cable, they exist, they're real. And look at it, it's so tiny. Oh my god. No, it fits. And I have the thumb, and I just need to attach it and I'll be done. And the other one is somewhere. I have a swatch. I was supposed to do another mitten with this. Never did it. That's so sad. Because that was a quick project. If I don't even finish the quick project, why do I finish? What do I finish? Really? What else? We keep going, people. We're not done. Okay, we're walking down memory lane. I started this very early in my crochet journey, and I went at it with no pattern, but confidence. I was inspired by Katie Jones to go for bolder color at IDs, and then so I did this little bolero thing. It's fine, it's nice, and then came time to do the sleeves, and I wanted puffy sleeves. Turn out, if you keep increasing in crochet, you end up with frilly sleeves. Does it shows? Which was fun. I was like, oh, that's interesting, but not what I want. And I kind of lost interest. And even if I were to finish it, I'm not sure I will wear it. I don't know who else I know will wear it. So is it worth finishing it, or shall I just get the yarn back? Because I have a lot of yarn left. So I can do it short sleeve, long sleeve, whatever sleeves I want to do. I have enough. I have all of this left. see again that feeling of guilt. I should not feel that. It's about joy, and I should be proud. Like, it fits me, and I did it without a pattern, and I was, I think, clever. I left space for the armholes to not be too tight. So I don't know what to do with this. This is a tough decision. Tough. We're looking at them for now. Okay, this one, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so it was my cousin's birthday. I was like, I'm gonna crochet something. I found a pattern at like 8 p.m. before her birthday, and I just smashed it. The yarn was so harsh that I got, how do you call them? Can't remember what you call them, but I got a blister on my hands making it, and I ran out of yarn. And this yarn, I cannot find it. I cannot find it on their website with the name, with the proper name, the proper, what do you call it, tag. Well, anyway, and my shop didn't have it in store anymore, and I can't find a yarn similar to it, either in color or in texture. So I'm stuck, because it's a bag. Okay, it's a very nice bag with a very nice pattern. It's a floral pattern. You're supposed to open it like so, and I don't have enough for the sides. And you're like, oh, maybe you could just sew it like that. I know, such a heavy bag though, and I need to. I have this much left. It's really not a lot in crochet. So I need to buy a custom handle. I need to use this to sew the side. And I want to line it, and I found an old scarves online to line the inside, so if my cousin puts small objects in it, they won't fall through. That'll be too bad. But yeah, I don't know, I don't want to sew the sides together, you know, because there's a bottom, so it's really supposed to have a, I don't know what to do. I couldn't find yarn to do what I wanted, so it's a tough decision, because it's, again, nearly done, but this time I have a good excuse. Ran out of yarn, cannot find the yarn, and I tried, and I ordered the yarn I thought was the same. It arrived, not the same color, not the same texture, so yeah. Oh, I'm thinking about another project, and it's not here. Okay, with this kind of yarn, I started the basket, I finished the basket, and it looked a bit wonky, so I undid it. But I left the bottom so I can do it again. So that's another project that is not finished. What else? Oh, again, running out of yarn. So the yarn I ordered for this bag arrived, and it looks the same for you, but it's not. And I started making a carpet, and my cat adored it so much that it's completely full of fur. And it's not finished because I ran out of yarn. And I'm afraid if I order it, it's gonna be not the same color. So I'm like, okay, let's change color. Maybe do a light blue and then white. I need to finish this, like it's so nice. But it's been so long, I don't even remember the pattern I used. Was it online? Was it in a magazine, a book? I did not come up with this. I need to find it back because I need to finish this. This is so nice. And it will make a great gift for someone. But I need to get rid of all that fur if I ever to give it to someone. But this one again, the excuse is I need to find more yarn. we're coming up to the last item. Again, last year for Christmas, I wanted to make my sister a jumper. The model was this jumper. I found yarn that was a bit bigger, and she was with me, so she liked the color. It's very soft. I measured this and I started working with it. I finished it, I put it on. It was so short, like it came up here. I was like, nope, let's try again. So I unraveled everything and I made it longer. I ran out of yarn, and then we were in lockdown. I'm like, what do I do? I asked for one of my coworkers to go to the shop, because it was a shop just outside my town, so I could not get there because of the lockdown. One of my coworkers went, she got me 2 balls of yarn. I was so happy. And then I did the color and it was too small, and I redid it, was too small, and I just, this time around I didn't attach sleeves back, but they're made. I didn't change the sleeves, they were fine. It was the length of the body. But it's so bulky because it's crochet and I like it. It's not drapey enough though, but I like it. This far down, like I need to finish the color, attach the sleeves to the body, and I love this really soft, really cozy big jumper for my sister for Christmas. So this one, I need to work on it. I had this crazy idea go through my head, like undo it and knit it. But no, I have enough yarn to finish it. I will have extra yarn. Actually, I use yarn. It's very fine. It's very soft. It's probably acrylic, yeah. But she can wash it in the machine, and I wanted something that she could throw up in the machine. She could throw in the machine and be done with it. And oh, another weirdly unfinished object. Okay. Apparently, I tried macrame, and I did not like doing macrame. That's sad. That's just sad. Okay, so this one is a priority for this Christmas. Plus this, plus the jumper. So I have 3 projects for Christmas. Well, 3 projects. I want to do more than one basket, but so they probably go on the top shelf of this little guy. Can you come? No, you won't. It's a mess. Let's push everything out of the way like I always do. Ooh. Okay, come here. Don't be shy. Hello, you know him. Every crafter has one of those. It looks like the IKEA one, it's not, but who cares? So top shelves, project I need to get cracking. Lower shelves, one that inspired me, so some amigurumi, my cushions, and oops, this one, because it's a quick fix. And then bottom, for now, supplies like buttons and embroidery, thread. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't put everything, but we need to make some project bag for some of those, so that will be our next step in this video. See you. Project bags. I have some kindly gifted to me by my mom. She used subscription box for years now, so she has some cute ones, really small ones, but they will be useful for my amigurumi and socks. For the bigger one, she gave me this one, probably from one of a bag, and I'm gonna use this as a reference to make two other, because I purchased this fabric cotton, and it's so cute. I fell in love with it and I got a lot. So I'm gonna make one bag with each fabric, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I can make a lot of other little pouches. And I want to go pouch styles because I'm very unlucky with zippers and I get things tied up in there. And as for the string, I have lots of ribbons from all those subscription books actually, and I think it will be just fine. So yeah, I think I'm not gonna fuss too much about this. I'm just gonna let this down, fold it, put this on top and cut it. I wish I could film it, but I don't have a lot of space. Let's try this. I'm done with the sewing. It's not perfect, but for my first time and sewing such a big thing, I'm fine with it. Now I'm gonna feed the ribbons to the top. Let's see how it goes. I finally did it. Yes. So simple as using a ribbon, putting it like so, and putting the other one like so, tying the ends and closing it. Now, the other idea I have is I need to know what's in this bag. And I need to know if I take the needles or the hook out. I need to know which size I used because I always forget to write it down. I tell myself next time I will, and I don't. So I had this idea of making little fabric tags because if I use a paper one, it's gonna get damaged as I move it around. So I took some leftover fabric. I traced a tag, and I decided to do some embroidery, and then I will use a pencil that writes on fabric, and that's erasable, so I can reuse this. And that's what I did. Actually, I've done it, and it looks like this. It's filled in, it looks very cute. I'll still have to write the name of the pattern and the size of the hook, and then I put it in a little hook thing, and it's on the ribbon, it's attached to it, it's not going anywhere, and it looks so cute. So I need to make a bit more of them. I don't need that many because, like I said, I'm not gonna have as many whips anymore. Did I say that? Well, I'm saying that. I should reduce the number of my whips so to not get overwhelmed, but some of them will be left on the side because I'm working on something else that is more urgent, like for a birthday, and maybe I'm not in the mood to work on it right now because it's a change of seasons and it's summer and I'm not working on this big jumper, or because it's too hot for me and I need more time. Anyway, they're so cute. So that's my solution for now. Do you have another one? Please tell me. Hey guys, remember when I say I was not working on all my projects at once, because that would be crazy? Well, something happened and I've got an idea. This is my advent calendar. So I've wrote down all my projects and I put them into tiny pieces, and I'm just gonna pull them randomly in all of those pockets, and every day I'll draw one and I have to work on it at least 15 minutes. Maybe I finish some, maybe I realize why I'm not working on a project anymore, but it's December and I love challenges like that in December. So let's try that. Bullet journal to the rescue. We talked about making a list for my projects. That would be fine, but I thought of something nicer and more creative for me. I have 2 double spread page for drawings, my ideas, my patterns. I'm not using that right now, so I want to turn them into project page where I draw my projects, and when I complete them, I color them in, and if I drop them, I simply erase them. It's not as neat, but I like colors, I like a bit of mess, so I think it will be fun, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So my projects, for example, I'm working on a gray sweater. I haven't finished it, so I just draw it, but it's still with a pencil, so I can erase it if I drop the project. Here we have some mushrooms I did. I'm not the greatest drawer, but it's a fun way to visualize what I've done. So I did those 3 in October 21, and this one I'm nearly finished. So I know I want to finish this, so I left a little bit uncolored, and it can really motivate me. But I think that's too easy, so I really should wait until my project is complete before I color it in. But yeah, I want to fill this page and maybe the other one with all my projects, even the older ones from 2020, so I can visualize how much I've done. And I think that that's a great visual thing for me. It's less boring than a list, and I don't know. Also, I'll show you this page when it's a bit more filled. So it's been a month for me, and I did a lot. I finished so many whips. This was not the plan, you know. I was gonna prioritize, and then I had this crazy advent calendar idea, and I love a good challenge, so I'm happy I did it. Will I recommend it? Not to everyone, because there was first the satisfaction of actually doing things, finishing things, and then I felt a bit burnt out. But I pushed through because I decided to make it a TikTok challenge too, for accountability, and we're gonna talk about that. And I'm so happy because I'm starting the year with only 9 whips, so better than the crazy amount I had before. I realized that I'm gonna drop 3 of my projects, and I'm not counting the 2 where I don't have the yarn. We'll think about that another day. But yeah, I finished a big jumper, I finished 2 of the pillows, I finished so many baskets. I adore baskets, so I'm so happy about that. And tackling it made me realize why I didn't like some of them. One of them is knitting on straight needles, and it's more difficult for me than on circular needles. And now I know that I will finish this project on straight needles because of tension, but I will not start another one with straight needles if I can avoid it. So, you know, it was a good learning experience, and also could see which I like more, monotasking or multitasking, because in November I worked on only 1 project for the whole month and didn't even finish it. But what? No, he's playing with the pumpkin. Oh, another little finished object. So I like monotasking when something is difficult. There's no avoiding it. You have to learn the technique to keep going, and you can't jump on another project and then you don't want to come back on it because you know you left it at that part where it's difficult. So in this case, I will say when you reach the difficult point and you're not tired, you know, it's not the end of the day. If you reach it, go through it and then maybe set it aside, work on something else. You'll be happy to come back to it at an easier part. You'll be proud of yourself for doing the difficult part. If you try it and you can't succeed, then you're not at that level yet. And then you can set it aside, work on another project to build up skills and come back to it. And that's what happened with one of the jumper. I did the back and I remember hating doing the decrease on both the shoulder and the collar. And when I did the front, I gave up at the moment what to do shoulder and back. And the fact that I had to do it in the advent calendar made me realize I made too big of a deal of it, and I was quite capable of doing it, and it built my confidence, and now I want to work on that project again. So face the difficult parts, you'll grow. And I'm always feeling like I'm saying very evident things, very, no, it's not evident, obvious things. I'm always feeling like I'm saying very obvious things, but I guess I need to hear them. And okay, so one solution that I found for my future whips, and the one I still have. First is the ID dump page. For my new bullet journal of 2022, I made a page, and it's ridiculous, it's not even pretty, you can't even see from afar because it's only pencil. When I see something cool, I have an idea in my head, I write it down. I write as many details as I want. If it's vague, whatever. But then I don't feel like I need to cast it on so I don't forget about it. It's written down, it's fine. And then the other idea I had, and I'm really happy about it, because it works for me, I think, is a seasons page. What I mean by that is this. So let's film it. I have winter, spring, summer, autumn, and I will put my project in one of this season. I think a month is not enough for a project, and a season is 3 months, so it gives me more time. And also you will feel like walking on the sweater in winter and fall. You will feel like walking in the bralette in summer. So that is how I will organize my whips now and my projects. And it's easier for me to have a list of 3-4 projects instead of 20 of them to choose from. You know, when you have too many choices, you don't know where to go. So much easier for me, and the page looks really pretty, so it helps. Also, my cart. This is my whip work in progress cart, and I had this bag previously that I used to make 2 other project bags. So this one and this one you saw me working on, and I finally made this. I show you this, and I found finally a fabric pen, but I'm testing it to see if it works on this fabric before I use it permanently. Well, hopefully not permanently, but I'm so happy I have those. When I ran out, I can grab a bag. But there's some project with many parts, like amigurumis, where I always need a pattern anyway. So they're in my house, but I like to carry them around, so I use different methods. For one of them, I use an actual crochet bag. Well, I have the yarn here, but I still need to attach maybe a tag to make sure that I write the crochet hook I use. I have this one. My mother gave me, My mother gave me this little, it's not a tray, I don't know what to call it in English. Really useful because I have a lot of different yarn for this one. And then easier one, the IKEA tray. Container. Yeah, I have another amigurumi in there. So that's fine. This is my living room. It's a gentle reminder of what I am actually working on, but it's a bit more organized than before, so I feel less guilty when looking at it. You know, it's not, we talk about guilt, don't want guilt. I want to be like, oh, I'm working on this, I love this, and if I want to work on it, everything is there. So it's way easier. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, if you have many whips, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because why do you knit? Is it to have a finished object? Yeah, maybe, but if you really enjoy knitting and crocheting, you enjoy the process of it. And as long as there is an ongoing project, there is the pleasure of crocheting and knitting. So that's fine. You can have as many whips as you want if you enjoy working on it. And I guess, no, I'm gonna ask you, how many whips do you have? How many is too many? Do you have any solution to control yourself from starting many projects? Do you don't control yourself? Because, like I said, you just enjoy making things and it's fine, and sometimes you don't finish projects, you unravel them, you do something else, and that's completely fine, I guess. Yeah, it's all about finding your balance and finishing things. You know, give you a rush. I'm not gonna deny that. You're really proud of it. But it's not just about finishing everything. Because if I did, then what will I do? You know? So I'm gonna enjoy the process. Enjoy having whips. But keep them organized, because it clears my mind to have them written down. And I'll see you in the next episode where we're going to talk about productivity, because obviously I finished 24 projects in a month. And like, what? That's amazing. How did you do it? I don't know. But people will praise me for that. But is it really a good thing? We're gonna talk about that in the next one. But take the time to organize your whips. You will feel much better about it. Like, organize your yarn, then organize your whips. And see you next one. Bye!